I would say that weekly, I have someone reach out to me and say, I don't know if this is working. Do I stick with this or do I fail? And I understand why they're asking. It's a question that I've had many times, and I still feel the impulse when I'm going through a change myself. There definitely is this place where I'm feeling, am I on the right track? Is this feels hard? Should it feel hard? And so the question is, how do we know when we're changing? How do we know we're in the process and we're making headway? Because it doesn't always seem so apparent, does it? Especially when the resistance comes up. So here's how you know. If you have made a new choice, if you have planted the seed of a new reality and you are setting forth, feeling good, feeling in alignment with it, and taking actions in its direction, this is how you'll know if you're changing. One of three ways. So, one, you'll experience all kinds of wonderful things that you like, positive things, synchronicities, opportunities, being in the flow, smooth sailings, magical things happening. You'll feel good. You'll have more energy. So that's one way you know you're changing. So I'm sure some of you can relate to that, or you can think back on past times when you've been changing and you felt that. Or two, what you'll feel is, or experience, is you'll experience everything's working against you, everything's pushing against you. And that's the resistance cycle. It is trying to shut you down. It knows you're changing. It's worried. That ego, identity, inner critic is like, no, 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 we can't have this. This is dangerous. No, you can't do it. And you'll have upsets and possibly minor accidents, things breaking down, having trouble with sort of head bonking with people. Things are slowing down and they're not working. Technology will break down. It can be very, very frustrating. And you're like, something's not right. But trust me, it is. This is part of the process because that's the resistance pushing against you, trying to keep you from moving all the way through to the change that you want. Okay? So either things are everything you do like, everything you don't like, or here's the third thing that can happen, and it's really the most confusing. Maybe you've guessed it. You get both. You get both. Things seem like they're going well and like they're going your way and they're working out and it feels good and you really like it and you're happy about it. And then all of a sudden you just get hit out of nowhere. Things are breaking down. They're not working. You're upset with somebody that's very distracting. You get bad news about something. And that's really hard to take. And it undermines the flow and you start really doubting yourself. It can be very confusing. Now, to offer as a contrast, you know nothing's changing. You know you're not changing if things are the same as they always are. If it's about the same amount of okay and not okay, there's no vividness to it. Same old, same old, same old. Then you probably haven't changed. Maybe you just thought about it sort of as a fantasy in your head. Said, well, I'd like it to change. I wish it would change, but you didn't really mean it. You didn't really set that intention. You didn't really set inside yourself, set about to make the change. So I hope that clears things up. If you have further questions, let me know in the comments because I want to help people with this. You know you're on the right track. If things are really cool, groovy, and synchronitic in the flow, or if they're absolutely not that, everything is pushing back and kicking back on you and you're experiencing all the resistance, or the usual case is you get both of those things and it's hard to piece out whether something